Sorry about that. I didn't notice that my video went off. I was just talking away. So hopefully you plotted these points, and this is the line I'm choosing. Not sure if it's the same line you're choosing, but I just feel that this is going through. Again, as you're seeing, we make the best estimate we can. As long as, I mean, I don't want to draw a line that it's way off, but it's kind of going, I feel, in the flow of data. It's called best fit line. Okay, so now I'm going to use these points and draw and try to figure out an equation that best estimates, I can use to best estimate what you guys would get on the chapter 14 test. Okay, so I'm going to use the 184 for me. That's what I feel, that since that's going through my graph, I'm going to use 184 and sugars. I kind of moved my line. There we go. And I might as well use 690 as well. So in this case, I'm using two data points that actually, 2 points on the line that actually were data points. You don't have to, though. I could use, 589. Okay, but a lot of times if I do go through a couple data points, I use them. I'm going to use these 2 points. Okay, the 690 and the 184 to find my slope. 90 minus 84, or 6 minus 1, or I guess I could count up and over. I get 6/5. I could have just gone up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now be careful. Some people might think this is 10, but remember, every 2 blocks represents 1 in the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be careful. Some people will get the wrong slope hill. They'll get 6/10, and it's not, it's 6/5. Pick one of my points. Let's go with this one. I usually pick the smaller one if I can. Y minus 84 equals 6/5 times x minus 1. Y minus 84 equals 6/5 x minus 6/5. Okay, I distributed my 6/5 through. I'm going to add 84. So I'll get y equals 6/5 x. I'm going to get my calculator out here. I'm going to type in negative 6/5 plus 84. And I get 82.8 plus 82.8. I always eyeball it then to see if that looks like it makes sense. To me, it kind of looks like I'm going through 83. Right? So 82.8 makes sense. And at that point, I might make a decision to change the 82.8 to an 83 because again, it's an estimate. So I'm going to keep it the way it is though. All right. So that's how I'm going to try to judge what I think my class is going to get on the 14th exam. Okay, I'm going to take 6/5 times 14 on my calculator. 6/5. Oops, not negative. 6/5 times 14 plus 82.8. And I got 99.6. Y equals 99.6. So I think my class on the 14th exam, the average is going to be a 99.6%. Practically, the average is going to be 100%. So this is where the predictions, does that seem to make sense to you? Do you think we're going to have an average, or do you think what happens sometimes, guys, and this is, again, real life, sometimes this works, sometimes you get to a certain point, I mean, you're doing so well, it kind of curves more like this and stays the same, Maybe we'll stay more around 94%. I'll tell you what, a class average of 99.6, it's pretty tough to have, So the other thing you want to do is look at your prediction line and see if maybe that makes sense or not, or if you think this is a situation that we might get so high and then we just kind of want to maintain that. Okay, or that's all we might be able to do is maintain that. Okay. So the best fit line, I'm just putting it all out there. It works fantastically. And sometimes it's a great prediction for the future. And sometimes it has some limitations. The further away you get. I mean, I might be able to use this line nicely to be able to tell what the next test would be, the 7th test or the 8th test. But the 14th test, I might be more hanging around the 92, 93. Maybe it's going to kind of curve off there. Okay, so go on to Schoology, do the practice problems we have, and start reviewing for the Chapter 2 test. Okay, I'll see you in class.